This is a quick movie just as a reminder about what it is that we're looking for in that first draft that you guys are putting together. So this is October 16th, so it's about 2 weeks later that this individual went ahead and put forward their first draft of this. So what we have is what we saw before. If you remember, we had this outline that was listed here, background, historical perspectives, and all of those things that we talked about in here. And she's added some components in here in the treatment, for example. She has some different elements that she's done. So she's modified this as she's gone along and worked on her project. She's also added some more text and some of the key points that she's looking for out of these different resources. But let's go ahead and get down into what this phase is. So she's taken those different outlines that she has there, and she started to break it down and to start writing this part here. And so the idea is that you would have actually taken this already to the writing center, and that you would have been able to help engage with your peers on going through and having them look and read these different topics here. So we'll continue that process as it goes along through that revision process. But this is getting everything kind of down on the page and trying to get it as far along as possible. So the formatting isn't perfect here. She's just got the list of the people who she has for the different references, but it's getting there, and she can see the progression of this particular type of the paragraph here, describing glaucoma, how it's characterized, some of the major points. She gets right into the retinal ganglion cells and talking about some of the key issues, which relates to some of the points she brings up later. Then she gets into this whole thing of talking about the classifications of it and so on. And so she's filling in these different parts out of that outline that she had created. And so what that does is that makes it so that she's able to help ensure that she's really on task and that you're not wasting time writing sentences or going into topics that you don't necessarily need to go into as you're drafting your particular paper. So that's the factors that she has going in here. So not it's not beautiful writing. It's gotten the major points across. You can work on the craft of the writing piece as you progress, but you definitely want to get your major points out so it's coherent and that makes sense to people. I think so. You can see. Let's zoom in here under treatment. Current treatment methods for glaucoma, all approved for lowering IOP, or various pharmacological agents, laser surgeries, and surgical procedures. In order to lower this, she goes into some of these descriptions here. Still a bit telegraphic, and so it'll start to develop a little bit more as we get towards that final draft. But a good example of a first draft paper.